Peace and light. How are you? Habaragani. All right, students. So this is the first assignment. I'm going to explain. Tide. So it's called Author's Choice. Please go to Author's Choice. It's hard to see me. Let me come down. Author's Choice. There we go. Classic. It says the tide rises, the tide falls is the title. And the writer is Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. All right, so this is the first assignment. Now, so on this assignment, what I want you to do, of course, is read the poem. Actively engage yourself in the poem, meaning you need to, yes, what is it? Annotate. Annotate the text. I want you to write wild statements with exclamation points in the margin, explain what it's for. I want you to underline the main idea in each stanza. I want you to go ahead and number each stanza. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, let me let you look at it while I'm talking. There we go. The first 4 lines, this is stanza 1, stanza 2, stanza 3. Then after that, I want you to go in here and mark what you see. So if you see, for example, the tide rises, the tide falls. Tide and tide is repetitive. You can put repeat, like they're using repeating. The twilight darkens, the curlew calls. This word you don't know, you circle the word you don't know. Down here, you define that word. Along the sea sands, damp and brown, the traveler hastens towards the town, and then the tide rises, the tide falls. Around the sea sands, damp and brown, the traveler hastens toward the town, and brown they rhyme. Calls and falls, they rhyme. So you put in rhyme. At the end of the line, there's 2 rhymes. So that's the way I want you to analyze it and write all over this poem. That's your goal. When you send this to me via the account, Microsoft, what's it called? Microsoft Group account, you'll be able to actually show me that you engaged in analyzing this poem fully. The next page you have, based on my email that I sent, is the Author's Choice Classic Interpretation Guide. And this one actually helps you fully engage in the poem. It doesn't give you everything, but it gives you a lot of information about the poem. Identified rhyme scheme for you. It talks about how a poet chooses rhyme scheme. It talks about literal interpretation, versus figurative interpretation. It explains to you what the poem means. It explains to you the parts of the poem. So it's very helpful. That sheet also on the top, parents and students, we have all our standards that we're using. All right, so let's look at this next one. So on this one, it says identify the rhyme scheme used by Longfellow. And happily, you've already gotten that. All you have to do is write in complete sentences what that rhyme scheme is. That'll challenge some aspects of writing complete sentences using a part of the question your answer. Number 2, how does a poet's choice of rhyme scheme seem to match the theme? So now you have to look at this information and actually analyze it. So that's a higher level of learning, where this one is simple identification, which is level 1. This one is analysis, which is closer to the higher level in Bloom's taxonomy. And then it's going to talk about literal versus figurative interpretation. If you look back at the sheet that was provided, it talks about what that means, literal versus figurative. So that will help you on that section. And then again, literal versus figurative. So I've given you all the tools you need, not only verbally, not only have you learned this already, but it's something that is explained on the sheet provided. Now, I know for some of you, you're like, why are we doing this type of thing? Because it connects to what we're going to do right after that, which is the second assignment, which is Author's Choice Hip Hop. Fight the Power. I need you to listen to the song. It's by Public Enemy. Please go online, look at the video. It's a full-length video called Fight the Power by Public Enemy. I want you to view that entire video in order for you to fully understand the wonder of hip-hop and this particular song. This is at the roots of the revolutionary aspect of hip-hop, which it originally displayed. So I would like you to listen to it carefully. Now, once you listen to it carefully, you're going to get an opportunity to analyze this beautiful poetic expression, because music is poetic expression. And This is a shining example of political consciousness within hip hop. So this sheet is all you answering using complete sentences. It's all of you answering, challenging yourself to ace it, which was something we're going to go over, which is answer, cite, and explain. That means you answer the question, you cite something from the text, and you explain whatever it is that you cited. And when I say the word cite, I mean you actually pick a quote from the text that proves your answer, and then you explain how it proves your answer. So those are the first two assignments. So that's Monday and Tuesday's work, and then Wednesday and Thursday, because we have A day, B day. So this is Friday and Monday. So again, the very first assignment was Monday, this past Monday's work for all those that would have saw me Monday. The second assignment was for all those that would see me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So remember, it's A day, B day. So I'm only going to go over 3 assignments on this particular presentation, which will represent week 1. And then I'll go through 3 more assignments that'll represent week 2. All right, so here we go. Next one, author's choice, hip hop, Author Fish by the Fireside. So you're going to go ahead and, Other Fish, excuse me. Go ahead and listen to the song on the YouTube. And please, while you're listening to the song, mark this all up, just like you did on the other one. Always mark on the text what you thought about it, how it relates to the song, what the video looks like, things that you like, things that you hate, things that make you feel uncomfortable. All of that is important. I want you to write all over it. After you do that, this will give you some insight into it, into what it was, how do you feel about it, what was interesting, describing the events that take place in the verse, helping you understand that. Next step would be for you to now analyze. I would like you to ace again, answer, cite, and explain. The closer you get to doing all 3 steps, which means you'll have 3 sentences, the better your grade, the more points added to your grade. Because as you know, there is no penalty, but there's only a reward based upon what work you complete correctly. So try to complete this correctly. And again, I give you guidance, written guidance, and I'm verbalizing now. All right. Now, this next assignment, hip hop word search. This is more of an assignment for you to get used to some of the terms that are used in some of the artists that we study from hip hop that I greatly respect, and some of the artists, as far as classic artists, which are normally Caucasian male artists that are accepted within academia. So this is the hip hop poetry word search. All right. Easy assignment, quick. Doesn't really need to be explained. This is an unscramble. They are all elements of poetry. When I say elements of poetry, what I mean are literary devices or literary terms like rhythm, like rhyme, like sonnet. What other word I see? Hip hop. All of this is on this page. Onomatopoeia. Like I'll give you a little one. Number 11 is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Number 4 is haiku. So I could go on and do this just because, of course, with my background, but these are all terms that are often in hip hop, often in poetry, because hip hop is poetry set to music. All right. Creating an autobiographical poem. Now, this one is for next week, but I'm just going to talk to you about it. So this is, we've gone through 3 assignments, so this is assignment 4. All right, this is for next week, Monday, Tuesday. And it is a beautiful autobiographical poem. I would like you to use your vocabulary, utilize a higher level of vocabulary, use those words from your English class you never think you have time or opportunity to use to write this poem. Please create it more than once, so this will be your rough draft or your brainstorm. Then I want you to go ahead and write it again, add more words, more description, add some literary devices, do something that really stretches and allows you to shine. And then what we're going to do is I'd like you to submit this particular assignment via video. I want you to video record yourself doing this poem with animation, like really get into the poem. When you video record yourself, I want you to submit it, I want you to submit it via emailing me on our DCPS accepted format. So please make sure you use it. The Microsoft Teams. I want you to log into that and email me your wonderful demonstration. And I look forward to seeing those performances of your autobiographical poem. Please give it a title. It'll be wonderful. All right. And this is the poem Continue. So please make sure it's based on your life, your world. And it is a beautiful poem. So as you notice, it is 2 pages long, or 2 pages worth of recognition of who you are. And it goes deeper. So please get that done. And I'm going to pause here. Hopefully there's no questions, but I just wanted to make sure I went through the first week of activities. The next viewing will be for the rest of the time that you're gone. So far I've gone through the first 5 activities. I'll check myself. It might have been the first 6 activities, and I'll go to the next 6. So then that's 12 total. That will get you to the time when you return. All right, because remember, it's A day, B day. So every other day an assignment. So that means each week there's about 3 assignments on average that people do, 2 minimum, but 3 maximum each week. So therefore, we're looking at 4 weeks that we're apart from one another, and so therefore you need a total of 12 assignments at the moment. So if they increase, I'll be sending out an email with them. DCPS will provide you with them, and you'll get an opportunity to come pick it up if you need a physical copy, or use my emailed images, or you can use the images from this and write it on paper. So thank you so much, Harry. That's how you say good day. I don't believe in saying goodbye. I'm sure I will see you one day. Keep yourself healthy. The first step is to make sure you reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Repeat after me. I am fearless. I am invincible. I am a child of ancestors that have survived worse. I am fearless. I am invincible. I am a child of ancestors that have survived worse. I will wash my hands. I will keep the distance necessary. I will walk in faith and not in fear. I will recognize my ability to overcome any and all things through this faith in me and whatever it is that I believe is higher than me. Ashe, Amen, and so it is. Be faithful, students. Be real, be true, and don't allow fear to take over you. It's the worst disease ever. Peace and light.